Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On Sunday Night Primetime. On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His team coming into play at 1-3 in the early going. And on the other side, the Steelers head coach. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. Safe kick taken into 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago.
Second down at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 3. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Lions!
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Here comes a return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable.
He gets free to the 20. And he will go all the way. Trey Benson, touchdown Pittsburgh. It's his fourth touchdown on the year. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
His kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 7, Jaguars nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
They'll try again after the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Run the toss here to Etienne. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That is a big play for Jacksonville. A gain of 48 from the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal.
Hey, Lion, Lion!
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Benson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Going right, it's taken in. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 3rd down, Penix. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First grab for Metcalf. Good for the 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's hauled in at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Throwing is Penix. That one taken in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
This is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You've got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. Finding space at the 40. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Here's a screen set up for Benson. Now inside the 25. inside the 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now again, on the ground. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's Penix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll push forward for about a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. The motion man is Sanders. 2nd down, Lawrence. He takes off. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. On the give, it's Etienne. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
The slot man in motion right. Now second down throw for Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. That's a good gain there. He's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now a handoff. ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
Second and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to ETN. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal. They'll run it here with ETN. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Throwing is Lawrence. That is caught, and he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane, and now it's third and goal. They'll try and run with ETN, and he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Jaguars cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
It's a foot race, and he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. exciting plays in football, rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike, it is because we don't see it very often in a world of the ever-increasing touchback. We don't see a lot of returns in this league, so when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Jaguars 10.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field positions to start this drive. The Jaguars offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now Lawrence. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Slot man gonna move in motion left. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion!
Here's Lawrence. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Lawrence now. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. To throw is Lawrence. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Makes the score Steelers 28.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Just going to run it here up the middle. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play.
Our look around the NFL starts now. Down at Hard Rock Stadium, it's the Dolphins at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And we know the Detroit offense can score. How about the defense getting it done? They only had 1 takeaway on the afternoon, but it was an important one. The Lions move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Calvin Austin. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Falcons continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Raiders. And it's Jackson Dart. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Raiders get a second straight win after that 1-2 start. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Jaguars 13.
Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Jacksonville. Back to throw. Lawrence. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. They go play action for Lawrence. And deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Shot his man. It's complete to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Lawrence. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play. Anytime I see a sneak go backwards, that tells me they didn't do a very good job disguising it. That front not only knew that it was coming, but they won the battle at the line of scrimmage. They force him backwards, and they force 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
Once again, it's ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw is Lawrence. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
And he's going to be brought down past the 20. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Benson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
12 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
He's got the tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So that's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Penix. Metcalf makes the grab again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw again, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Penix. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. That's a Steeler 1st down. On the handoff, this is Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He's taken down just shy of the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of...
That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Steelers. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.